Adrish begins by asking if they have any information on Alina Gloom. However, the king says he does not, and that the previous group of cultists that attacked them, were tied to Bloodmane. If we seek answers and information, Silvery Moon might still be the best means for us to do so, as Illustrio had mentioned the formation of a grand alliance that would encompass the entirety of the North. We then begin to talk a bit more about what exactly the cultists were after, and the king begins to disclose to us what may be inside the vault of Damation. Essentially, it is the dwarves' ancient heritage, the creations of their greatest craftsmanship. The ones stolen by the cult were just shams. There are things ranging from two dwarven throws of the Twin Kings to the horn of the fallen dwarves, each a miraculous item created by the dwarves during the first and second kings of Mithril Hall. Finn then steps up and begins to inquire a bit more about Akabosh to see if the Mithril Hallians have any recollection or any idea of this entity. And after describing Akabosh, the king seems to apologizes and says that he has no recollection of this entity. However, he does recall a location very eerily similar to what it was that mentioned seeing. He dubbed it the Dungeon of Fools, an ancient ruin/dungeon. It was there that young dwarves of Mithril Hall used to use it as a test of courage. Even the king himself, once upon a time, with his big mouth and stupid ideas, was went there to see firsthand what lay hidden within the dungeon. That it was made clear that whoever created that place did not want visitors. He begins to recount a bit more about the dungeon, saying that it is indeed behind a waterfall and there's a chamber there with an open entrance. The walls are carved in writing containing a foreboding warning in all languages, essentially telling one to not enter and to turn back. People say that there is no treasure in any of the rooms, and all the rooms are designed essentially to create ways to turn you back towards the entrance, and that whoever has reached the second floor has never come back. However, there are legends that say that while the dungeon is lacking any treasure, at the same depth of the hall apparently lays the greatest treasures, something unthinkable, something that no other person alive could fathom. And it seems that for something so powerful and valuable, the dungeon was built around it to protect it. After discussing our next course of action and potentially going off to check out the Dungeons of Fools, the king then leads us back through um, the hall dedicated to the god of the dwarves, and we eventually come face to face with the Vault of Damation. The king then begins the process of unlocking the doors through the keys of the Forge Master, the key of the king, and the key of the Secret Keeper, who we come to learn that the Secret Keeper of Mithril Hall is a role with a sacred duty. They are the chosen of Damation, who lay down their own life for their home and kingdom and become one with the halls themselves. They're the ones that keep their entrance hidden, and they're the ones that keep their home safe. After all keys have been inserted in the door and locks, we approach and arrive at a relatively small chamber with a few round pedestals. And on top of the cylindrical pedestals, we see glass with items suspended in air, all sorts of unique items ranging from weapons, armor to magical staves and wands. And that's as far as my notes go. I don't know if there's too much more else that we did besides looking at the vault.
We decided that we were gonna go to uh, Kelv, right? Via Silvery Moon.
Yeah. Because I'm
I
getting
think you wanted to take a detour to check out the dungeon if it's really there, or if it's really the right place.
I thought we were gonna go to the dungeon after like I
Yeah,
found
after coming
this
back,
other
after
room.
we got
Oh yeah,
the
So we're gonna go to the Kelp first. And maybe stop at Silver Moon. I don't know.
Yeah. But you said you wanted to go to Silvery Moon to, check on Dorian, see how things, maybe learn if they figured out anything about the cold sins, make a report and such. And you also left your folder glaive.
I feel naked.
You left your folder glaive for enhancement. Stand
Well, my words are at
unarmed.
the end, so. But yeah, I feel naked. Your friend's looking around nervously a little bit, continuously scanning the area. He touches it back from time to time.
Oh yeah, and you also have met the new Forge Master that they've chosen.
We also got somebody, or not got somebody, but we were told that we would send somebody to Kelp.
Yeah, so someone will take on the duty of, the blacksmith of Kelb, working under, the Lord Protector of Silvery Moon Pass. The the esteemed Lord Protector of Silvery Moon Pass, Baron Adrich Lascelles Fraziem Esglade Einsfolk the Fourth.
Yep.
We need to get you some more titles. Oh, but yeah.
God.
Let's see.
Mm.
You leave the king and the Undercity behind. With your equipment once again gathered. Still somewhat exhausted from the horrifying experience in the depths of darkness at the horrifying tunnels of the Underdark. You feel this enormous weight coming off your chest as you begin to climb your way up through the tunnels towards the light that you expect will feel better than ever. Even though you only spent a couple days here, deep on the dark, none of you are really accustomed to such a life. And all question if how even the dwarfs really live like this. Constantly closed away from the sun, the wind, the nature itself, encased in this stone tomb. But at the same time, you do feel an odd warmth to this place. The strong stone walls protecting you from all danger. The warmth of the forge spreading through the tunnels, keeping a relatively nice and comfortable temperature, even in these faraway tunnels. And although on your first time sleeping beside the hammering of anvils was nigh impossible, but now you feel you're going to miss those almost magical clinks and clanks throughout, resonating in the stone around you. You climb further and further up, and dwarfs pass by you. Some moving equipment and tools and supplies, others armed and armored heading towards the different stations in Mithril Hall or even the gate, although they seem to take a different route to you.
Mm-hmm. So you're climbing ahead.
Sorry?
We're moving towards the exit, right?
Yeah.
Are we at the doors where we were so graciously let in a few days ago?
Well, I assume you're going to that way. Are you going to the different exit?
No,
We
no,
never.
no.
Do you want to go to the different exit?
Not yet. Maybe soon.
Not necessarily.
I feel like he's
Oh.
tempting us into a bad decision.
No, really. There are two
Forgive
exits.
me.
Or
Emma's probably
that-
gonna sound like Sleepy Icarus.
so there's the exit to Keeper's Dale, where Settler Stone is. That is where you were let in. But there's the other entrance exit, which Borsch told you about. It was sealed. That was beyond Graham's Gorge.
One's further away from, like, it's in the opposite direction to where we want to go, right?
Yeah, but, like it's not that far away realistically.
Oh,
Yeah, so like if you look at the map, we could say that one of them is Jesus, but one of them is sort of opening up onto the river, and the other one is in a valley in the mountain. So
Hello, G.
sorry, point that out again, please, Hig.
no, so basically they are not that far apart. It's just on. Like you see how there's a sign where Mitchfield Hall is.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say that would be the entrance where the Settler Stone is, and the
Mhm.
other one would be basically under the K in the Clydeson.
Probably say, I guess it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I guess probably just the one we came through and then go through Winter's Edge.
Oh,
Because that's not a road, right? It's just
Because
a
I
No.
looked in like a minute ago.
yeah, is that a road or a path?
those are just paths.
Okay. Yeah, might as well just, try and be try and be conventional for once and just take the regular path. We're not in a rush, to be fair.
So it's like the difference is, so the whole of Gathering is closer to the gorge, so it would take you less time to exit with a hole that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we're not in a rush, so let's go explore the other path.
Wait, so you are going towards the gorge?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So let's redact what I just said about climbing up the long tunnels and meeting all those people. Instead, you're heading towards the other exit of Mithril Hall. You head past the Hall of Dumathion on a wide, well-defended corridor until you find yourself in a chamber. You are standing on a white plateau, which seemed to end abruptly. No banister, no fence or any kind of barrier on the edge, and a very narrow arched bridge across the gorge. And the let's get back to hurdy music. As you walk towards the bridge, you get a glimpse down into the gorge. You watch water in a great waterfall fall in one end of the gorge, but the bottom you don't even see. This
For real?
massive natural cavern is near 1,000 feet deep.
Can I like pick a stone and like throw it down and see if I can hear it?
Can I, knowing something about how sound actually works, stop him from being an idiot?
Oh. You know,
God.
you drop in your stone, but you don't even hear it. It just falls and then maybe lands, but you're not sure what happened to it.
Yeah, if he tries
Oh,
to drop
Emma, what?
another one, I'm gonna stop him.
Wait,
Maybe
Emma,
it's just maybe it's just falling forever.
Emma, don't you want to figure out how deep this gorge is?
First of all, you're not gonna be able to hear it over the waterfall.
What was that?
Exactly.
Huh? I try again.
I guess I just roll my eyes.
Maybe if you threw in something valuable, Gunny. Just turn your backpack over. Drop all your gold in. You know, maybe it's like a wishing well.
Don't you fucking dare. Good God. The party's mom would not be happy with you.
Oh, poor Finn only has 500 gold. I'm sure that's enough for a wish, right?
Oh, I just tossed in the whole bag.
You just jump over the ledge.
Oh God.
You know, it's a 1,000 feet fall. How much damage is that?
20
There's a max damage on fall damage, right?
something.
Yep, terminal
20
velocity.
to 10, I think, maybe?
Once you hit terminal velocity, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You know, but maybe you know fall on a very pointy stalagmite at the bottom that impales you through your brain.
I don't think it makes a difference. I think you die either way.
No, that's the stupid thing. 20d6 is the max.
Is it 20d6? Okay.
Yeah, and
I
Finn
thought it was D2. Jeez.
Finn easily can survive 20d6.
Man jumps out of a plane without a parachute. Fucking superhero landings on the ground.
Yo, the ground's finna crack when I land, bro.
Did I do that? Oh no, I didn't. Wait, who rolled the falling?
Wait,
Not
what?
me.
Why did someone roll falling? Did Emma jump?
Did
No.
I roll falling? Can I do that again? Yes! Oh, that's awesome!
Oh God.
Cool!
I don't like that cool.
I can roll directly from 5e2s. Didn't even know I could do that.
Have we just unlocked something dangerous?
No, like I knew you could input a bunch of things from 5e2s directly. We could just import stuff. But what that means is I could just, you know, I don't even need to input the monster. I could just have it roll automatically.
Game changer.
Oh, that's fun. So yeah, the Emmy Cook attacks with natural 20.
Oh God.
So,
They'll just roll
Yes.
to check that he doesn't fall off the side of the cliff.
why would he?
I am
That's
looking
because he
over.
rolled a divine guidance.
I think that happened
Last session.
that's what happened a week ago. God. But yeah, so as you're reaching this narrow bridge, you see that each end of the bridge is closed down with a portcullis. There are two dwarfs standing beside the mechanism on this side, and on the other you can spot more dwarfs. As you approach, the dwarfs step forward and greet you. Good to see you all. You're leaving, yes. The king informed us to wait your arrival.
Well, it's been a pleasure, but I think it's time we set out on the road once again.
Yes, we worked tirelessly throughout the night to open the east entrance. The king ordered it sealed many months ago, but now, as he decided that we open up and enter this fray of battle against this cult or whatever. It's good. Maybe we can even get some merchants in. You watch as the other dwarf walks up to this mechanism and pulls this pushes this enormous lever towards the gorge, and you see the portcullis lifts on the other side of the bridge, and you see the same motion is done on the other side, and the portcullis lifts on your side.
Mm.
Well, good luck to you, and hopefully you return to us and we can drink to your victories.
To our victories. Thank you very much.
Drinking, thank you very much.
So you walk onto this narrow bridge, and you see that it is an intricate creation of stone and metal. The bridge itself is made of these carved stone slabs that are held together by this strong metal frame. And these arched metal fittings over above you, holding up by a suspension. There are some sort of mechanisms built into the bridge itself that you assume would be the ones that open the portcullises on either side. But the bridge itself is extremely sturdy. As you walk across it, you are certain that the entire dwarf army could march across it without even shaking it a tiny bit. You know, it
That's a
isn't
little
possible
frightening.
that, you know, it's probably a giant could skip across it and it wouldn't even shake.
Oh god.
As you reach the midpoint of the bridge, you're standing above this abyss. The gorge is quite wide, but the depth is immense. You feel
I'll
the
toss a
urge.
stone.
There's no more stones around. Did you pick up stones on the way?
Yes. I gave him the
And-
stone I picked up on the way.
Of course I did.
Your pockets are filled with stones.
God.
As you lean over, you lose your balance and topple over the edge. It's going to take you a couple hours to climb up after, just dust yourself off after falling 1,000 feet.
I can survive the full damage. Probably.
No, like you can absolutely survive the fall damage, which is so stupid.
Them's the
Oh,
rules, mate.
there's a chance you won't because of your temporary reduced HP. Hmm.
How
That's
long
an
is that supposed to? How long is that supposed to be a thing?
6 weeks.
Okay.
But we can do the restoration and fix it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Or was that today? I don't know. How many days?
I think that was.
That was today.
Yes, thank you. That.
So I'm looking a little bit pale.
But after moving across this gaping maw of void, you reach the other side of the gorge, and a couple more dwarfs greet you. Once again, pleasantries exchanged. And you see a somewhat more decorated dwarf approaching. He's wearing these sort of ornately decorated shoulder pads over his armor, and you see that he's wearing this chain mail, but some of the links instead of steel are replaced with mithril.
Greetings to you all. It is odd, but there's a person here. Said he's looking for. Well, he said he was sent to meet you. Well, apparently, when he learned that you were here, he said that he has a message for you.
Who is this individual?
An outsider. Said he came here on a mission. Well,
You
as
happen to
per
have
the
a
king's
name.
order, he must be contained for a 10-day. We can't let anyone infected into the halls. Only way to keep us safe, but if you wish to talk with him, is in the holding cells.
Yes, that would be great. Please lead us to him.
Follow me.
Did he give a name?
Oh yeah, but he said his Marvin, brother Marvin.
Do we know that name?
It sounds very, very familiar.
Do we know the brother Marvin?
Marvin.
Wait, is he the one? No. I don't know.
I love it, man. You know, I present you with this elaborate story, and I give you a name that was so important. And I emphasize it's like, who is that? And then I just come up with fucking brother Marvin. An hour before the session, and it was like, oh, we know that guy, right?
No. The question was not, do we know that guy, right? It was like, do we know that guy?
I'm just glad that you at least think about, if we know NPCs that I throw at you. I'm very happy already.
Yep.
The name
Yeah.
sounds very familiar.
It is entirely possible that there was a Marvin before. I don't think this is the same guy, though. It would be
Okay.
very strange.
So we'll meet Marvin then.
You know what? He's Morvin now.
Marvin? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's Morvin.
We definitely met a Marvin.
It's Morvin. It's Morvin time, guys.
Oh no.
So, this dwarf leads you on towards the gates, And you see that this enormous square stone slab has been lifted up by dwarven mechanisms and be settled on the side of the corridor. You see this stone has filled in the entirety of the entrance, where the two large stone and metal doors are standing open. It seems that this side of this entrance is not camouflaged by magic like the other. It is somewhat a more regular entrance, but much smaller. And it leads you to this compound carved into the wall itself. You see high above on the wall these windows and arrow slits carved. And you see light coming from some of them. It seems to be sort of the guardhouse of the eastern gate. He leads you through the entrance, and you see you pass through sort of a mess hall where you see a number of dwarves eating as the time is sort of early morning. It seems that the night shift is just taking their meal before they retire. You are led to a heavy reinforced wooden door, which this dwarf opens with a key that he produces from a loop on his belt.
He's inside. Just don't go too near. Who knows if he is under the, well, if his cursed plague is on him.
I'll make sure to take precautions. We step inside.
Yeah. You walk through the heavy wooden door and you find yourself in a prison. There's no skirting around it or making it nice. It is definitely a prison. You see strong metal bars separating four large chambers alongside a narrow corridor. These metal doors set into the stone, and only a couple torches burning on the corridor and in one of the cells. Most of the cells seem empty, but at the end of the right, you see a torch burning, and you hear a soft humming of sort.
Brother Marvin? Call out.
Yes, hello.
We were told that you had a message for us.
Oh, it's you. Please, come here, come here.
Go over.
As you walk in front of the barred cell, you see an oddly dressed dwarf. His beard is clamped into these metal rings, forming these three thick braids hanging over his chest. His hair and beard is turning somewhat dirty white, as he seemed to be of age, quite an old dwarf. With in his youth, he must have had quite vivid dark hair, but now it's more of a mixed gray. His face is lined with deep lines of age, but his eyes are almost glimmering in the torchlight. He's wearing a long brown robe with a simple hood, and he's resting laid back on this stone bench, resting his bare feet on a sort of a stone block beside the bench. As you approach, he sits up, and the symbol of the one bounces on his chest, hanging from under his beard. Oh, good, it's you. Oh, if I knew you were still here, I would have asked them to bring you to me.
This demeanor changes the moment he sees the symbol of the one.
I'm sorry, but we haven't met before, have we?
Oh, no. It seems we have a common acquaintance. A couple of days ago, me and my brothers, you see, were heading further to the east. On a mission, we were planning to spread the good word to Falbar and Abdar and Mithra Hall, but as we heard, Mithra Hall was closed down. No one came in or left, so figured we'd take a round. Head to Falbar, head to Abdar, and see what we can find on the way back. But we came across these fellows. Quite hurt, beaten, especially their leader, this Bane fellow.
Oh, you know Bane?
Mm.
Yes. A true gentleman, got to say. He has some dwarven blood in him, I tell you.
Where is Bane? Present.
Oh, you see, apparently he was hurt fighting the cult. But he wanted to be on the way. And his man, well, carrying him, refusing his orders, took them to us. And, it was, well, you see, myself is just a, just a lowly deviser. Sorry, a lowly constant, but we had a tertia of people with us. Marcus. And he can do some pretty nifty things, I got to say. Whip that Bane into shape in a jiffy.
And so Bane traveled on to where?
What to say, I heard about this Bane before, and he is blessed by the gods. Marcus barely put a bit of healing magic into him, spring right up, right in front of me. Stood, proud, ready to fight. Apparently they decided to head further south, chasing some Ashgrave, or what gives. But he said that if we come across you, the Aegis, apparently you were heading here, Mithra Hall, so I was sent off. If the Mithra Hall open, we might as well speak with them, and as well as find you. You see, I'm here to offer any healing I can, as well as to spread the good word of the one.
What was the message that Bane wanted you to send to us?
Well, it wasn't really a message. He just said to find you and tell that he headed south.
Towards?
Sorry?
Towards?
Give like a general direction where he was going. I mean, not direction, but like a general
Oh, so
location.
South could mean a lot of things.
Well, he didn't really say much about that. But, as they were leaving, I overheard them talking about at Waterdeep. Maybe they headed there. Although they were talking with Marcus. And, you see, we headed off from Waterdeep. quite. It's quite nice now. Finally fought off those cultists and the monsters. The city's once again the jewel of the north. Although I cannot take credit. I wasn't there when the monsters were fought.
Neither were we.
I wasn't even. I wasn't even any part of this.
Where were you before?
Well, I figured this one was quite a thing, so I became a tangent. Helped out in the camp. Listened to those people, but when I saw the visions, I knew this is my path. This is the path I want to walk.
Visions, you say. Are most people who worship the one granted these visions?
Well, that's what they say. Only those who see or hear or dream of these seem to have received the magic, the clerical magic of the one. But many others who find clarity, safety, or just the purpose in their fate join. Not all who receive visions, I guess.
What exactly do these visions convey?
Oh, didn't know you were interested. Come, have a seat and I'll tell you what I saw.
I must keep my distance. There is still some concern about the plague with the dwarves. But yes, please, by all means.
If you wish. Although, it seems that the power of the one has granted protection to me and my brothers from all the ailments of the plague. Blessed be the Infinite One.
And he sort of sits up, leans back, his head resting against the stone wall, and with his closed eyes begin to describe you a scene. And it's quite an odd, tranquil scene. That is a dwarven paradise. But not just dwarves. It is seen as a dwarven paradise part of a greater landscape. But in his vision, he sees this enormous hall where dwarves work tirelessly, mining out all sorts of ores and gems, working into beautiful old jewelry, armor, weapons, constructions, all benefiting everyone. But beside the work, there's constant merriment, singing and praising in their work. It seemed as if the mountain itself, instead of a dark corridor lit by torches, the stones itself glow with almost a radiant light. So in their work, every hammer or hit seems to set up a flame of holy fire. The great kilns and furnaces are constantly burning with an enormous blaze, not fueled by coal or wood, but seemingly this divine energy that surrounds all of them. There's no more plague or starvation or even needs. Just this perfect utopia. And you see that even it's not only the dwarves, but they have made peace with the elves. Although they were not warring, but they have left their previous grudges and little conflicts behind. And you see see something odd. You see this exchange of items. You see the dwarves handing over to elves their most perfectly crafted weapons and armor and jewelry as gifts. And in return, they receive these intricately carved instruments, beautiful clothings, and bounties of the elven forests. And as you listen to this dwarf speak of this dream-like land, you feel as if he is happy. His happiness is infectious. You can't stop yourself smiling of this idea of a perfect world, this peaceful and tranquil land. And even though he's in this dark hole of a dungeon, seemingly locked up behind bars, he's content with his situation, and that's a good thing, seemingly.
Is that like a feeling that is like magical in nature, or is that something that we just feel?
He's not really casting any spell. It's
But like, is
more...
there like a magical effect to it?
No.
Then I don't feel like that.
You can't help but even your stony cold heart
Nope.
grows one size bigger today, Eldred.
Nope. That sounds like this man drank the Kool-Aid.
Kinda does.
This is every fucking religion.
I mean, that's true. But a little more Kool-Aid-y.
Yeah, the thing is, like, religion is a thing in this place, in this world, and there are gods, and not all gods are nice. But this is like
too
the
nice.
origin story of a god happening in front of us, and it might be the cause of the plague. Because that, for me, that is the number one like the giveaway telltale sign is that his people are somehow, or the ones people are immune to the plague, or his clerics are immune to the plague.
So are you.
Yeah, but that's not from the one. That's only because of a specific item that we have.
Nope. It's not because of the item. The item's just a conduit. You are unaffected because of the god's blessing and protection.
Why is the rest of the sword coast unable to feel the god's blessing and affection?
Well, because...
And why can they feel the one's blessing and affection?
Well, the reason they can't feel the other god's protection because the gods are not able to access the north right now.
How can
they are blinded.
And how can the one do it? Is he the one casting the veil over the god's eyes?
Who knows? That is something you do not know.
But I assume
the worst, as always.
As you must.
Yeah. But, wouldn't it be a much simpler explanation that the reason for, the whale, the plague, and all sorts is the cult? The ones who are actively trying to kill everyone?
I'm not yet certain that the one and the master are two different beings.
They are literally fighting against each other.
That's what they want you to think.
Yes, the perfect plan. I'm going to thwart myself constantly so my plans don't go ahead.
I'm gonna pull out my tinfoil hat and put it on.
Like every time you encountered the Church of the One, they try to help people. They try to stop the cult.
Give me the heebie-jeebies. I don't have an explanation, they just do.
Bad vibes.
What?
Yep.
Oh, what's your problem with poor Morvin?
Morville seems fine.
That's the
Most of the
vibes.
disciples seem fine. I don't have any
Yeah, they
problem
seem
with any of
fine.
their
It's
disciples.
just the vibes.
The vibes! The vibes!
That's all wrong. I look at him and I say, You've never been a cleric before, have you? For another god? For the one?
Oh, no. I worked as a mercenary for good 70 years. I worship Galadlin on the go. Was really a pious man. But, when you face an enemy and charge into a battle, you do call for prayer for your gods. And I don't know. I think, you see in Waterdeep, right? I've heard you were there. You were the ones who destroyed that thing, that made the monsters.
But they for a bit. Not to destroy the monsters, though.
Okay, you see, before the armies took back the city, things were looking bleak. People were dying to the plague, and in that sodden camp outside the city, I felt I should leave, head for somewhere better. But there were those, my future brothers, who stood strong. They were braver than me. They helped the sick, they helped the hurt. They gave encouraging words and calmed those who were shaking with fear and sorrow. And, I don't know, I guess just felt like they were doing the right thing. I wanted to do it as well. I volunteered to give them a hand, carry that, pack that, distribute food for the poor. And one night it just came to me. This promise of the One. What they will bring. And that morning I felt that I was able to do more. That I was able to help more. That I was able to give back what I was given. Give hope to others.
Are there any in the Order of the One who have forsaken his philosophy, his ideology? Any who have turned away from their
Some so.
ex-members?
Why wouldn't they? Lots have just joined and don't really find the answers they look for, I guess.
Among the ones who've been granted visions, are there any who've decided that the vision is not for them?
I don't know that. Probably. Not everyone is willing to take up this duty, this difficult life. I guess.
In keeping with the one's visions, this paradise that this utopia that they promise to create for their followers. Is this something that would happen while we were still alive? Or would this be something for the afterlife?
He seems somewhat excited that you show such great interest in his fate. So he stands up from the stone bench and turns towards you with a brick smile.
Well, that's the thing, you see. What we are told is that this paradise is coming. A paradise that changes the world itself. The One will defeat the Void at the end of creation, and then fight their way back, battling the Void throughout the eons until they reach the beginning, changing the world along the way to be an endless paradise. And what we believe is that the reason we are giving these visions, because the change is approaching, the One will reach our time and defeat the Void and bring the endless paradise forth.
Seems strange, doesn't it?
Sure is, but
If he's going back in time towards the beginning, defeating the void, why then in the future does he need to defeat the void? The void would simply not exist.
I guess you would have to discuss that with one of the seconds or the tertii. That is way too philosophical for myself.
But that's how time is, isn't it? Something happens, and then in the future it has a consequence.
He sort of just scratches his head.
Eh,
Well, I guess a being that can pierce this veil has been placed upon the north probably care much of time.
you see, the way I see this is, I worship the One, and I worship Calendulus before. But what if it's the same? What if the One is just a new way of worshipping the gods? Well, at least that's how I think about it. What if the One is the gods we worshipped before in the new way they show themselves?
I
What?
show him my holy symbol on my chest, the many-faced amulet. Gods are still out there. They are beyond this veil, beyond this old coast, but I've felt
Of course they are.
they are blind to what is going on inside.
Yes. Yeah, I was told that as well. But what if this One, the One, the magnificent One, is their combined effort? The power of all the gods.
The gods do not wish to be blind. I can assure you of that.
That's what I'm
Whatever is
saying. What if they are not? They are not blinded. They are just one. The One. Well, it's just an idea. I sure am wrong.
They are blinded, friend. They cannot see, and that is why they have sent us. To be their eyes. Put a stop to whatever is happening. If at the end of the road there is the master that this cult leads to, we shall put a stop to that. I have an eerie suspicion about the one. And I hope for your sake and for that of your sanity that him and the master are not in league.
I would not believe that. I've seen what those cultists are doing.
Visions of paradise, easy way, easy life, somebody else to fight your battles for you. It all seems a little bit too convenient. But as long as you do, well, as long as you help people, it really matter who your what is. Thank you for your message. We will say Bane.
Good luck to you. May your battles be fought with fervor. May your enemies fall at your feet.
And he sort of lays back on the stone bench.
It's good to be back in the hall once again. It's been a while since I left the dwarven city behind.
Ben, you have any questions for our friend? Emma? Any
It is
answers?
muted. Squirrel's asleep.
Real session, let's go.
I'm not asleep. I'm resting my eyes.
Yeah, but Connie is.
Got it!
Nice. Just muted. Something must be going on.
Got it!
Gonny was so taken aback by the dwarf's description of the paradise that he instantly converted. He took off all his armor, he put on brown robes, and he's laying next to the guy on the bench, talking about their favorite things about paradise. Yep, he lost him.
I guess give him a couple of minutes.
Why you want to, fucking take away this guy's fate?
Not taking away
Because-
everybody's faith. So suspicious, dude. You have to understand that, right?
And it's so
Oh, guys,
sassy.
none of the gods can look here except this one. Oh, wait, it just happened to come at exactly the same time as this plague.
No, the one was here before the plague.
Not a lot before the plague. Right,
Yeah.
right. Just in time to start the plague, you know?
Just in time to start. Sure. But so what? Like, what I don't get, why you don't even entertain the idea that this is something that is aimed to be to fight against the cult.
Because that's what we are.
So it's just jealousy then.
No, they're not doing anything. We're the ones who's fighting them everywhere. They come and
They're
clean
not
up.
doing anything.
They come in and clean up after us.
They,
We're not leading the charge anywhere.
yes, yeah, they fucking do.
Where?
But don't you remember in fucking Silvery Moon?
Yeah,
They
they
were-
happened. They were also there. It wasn't like they were the ones doing it.
They were literally bulwarks protecting the fucking cavalry charge when they attacked the demons.
I remember 2 clerics.
Well, 2 survived.
And I can see a god would sacrifice, or not a god, but like this creature would sacrifice 2 of its minions. It would be so much better. I mean, I guess it could be that, but it would be so much cooler if this was just like a deceiver who was just like completely deceiving the sword coast. I just think it makes for a better story, so I'm rooting for that. That's all.
Poor fucking guys just trying to do the good thing. You are the master servants, aren't you? You're just deceiving us. Oh, did we completely lose Gonny?
Gone!
Gonny!
Gone!
Gonny!
Oh, they're
Come
passing
here!
out one.
Come here!
Come on, Gone! Come on, Gone!
You know,
Let's
you
give him a
guys
couple
have
of
incredibly soothing voices.
Hmm?
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Usually.
uh, I guess we move on and hope he returns at some point.
Gone! Gone!
So you say your goodbyes to the dwarven cleric. Artie.
I was trying to get him to come back. Trying to summon him.
I sent him a message that he did not reply, so it's clearly away from his computer.
Gone! Okay.
So, you say your goodbyes to this dwarven cleric and walk out of the prison.
Hmm.
As you pass by, some of the dwarves raise their mugs in your direction. Some shouting, good luck to you on your journeys, or thank yous for what you've done for them.
I turn to one of them and say that that man has the gameplay and should be killed. I'm kidding.
Damn.
He has healing magic. He can help a lot of the ones who were hurt in the battle.
Would help a lot of the one.
He didn't even say that he's going to spread his religion here. He just
Yes, he did. So I'm here to spread the one's religion. Literally what he said.
no, he said he's going to spread the good word. Basically, he's going to advertise.
Yeah, exactly. That's what spreading a religion means.
Yeah, but there's no malicious intent in that.
Trying to convert people. It's a fucking. It's like Mother Teresa.
It's like fucking Gandhi.
No, Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa literally only healed people who were willing to convert to Christianity. Did you know that?
Yeah, which is horrible. But they're doing the exact opposite. They offer healing for everyone.
And then ask them to convert to Christianity.
No.
You owe the one your life. Come on, convert.
Ah.
What has Moradin never done for you?
This poor fucking church just trying to survive in there, and you're single-handedly destroying their reputation.
I haven't met a cleric from a single other god. What are you doing trying to survive? It's the only chance.
Yes, you did. You did.
Who? Ever since you got to the Sword Coast?
Yeah.
None that had their powers, sure.
Fucking Alphadar.
Did Alphadar have power?
Yes.
Okay. So there are gods that can communicate with people.
Yeah, just they are greatly limited. They can't speak to them. Even the strongest clerics can barely produce any kind of healing magic, and they are fearful to do so because the fucking arcane wasting is spreading through magic.
Magic is wasted. Anyway, we're gonna.
And also the fucking arcane anomaly. That's another thing. That's why the arcane casters are fucked.
Anyway, outwards and onwards.
Yeah. You pass through the grand gates of the eastern entrance of Mithril Hall, and you walk out onto the cliff's edge. You stand high above the valley, and you see down below the river Surbin running along rocks. And from this height, you have a good view of the land ahead of you. You see the dark green of the moonwood spreading seemingly endlessly towards the horizon. Toward the south, you see this great mist rising towards the sky, where you know where the Evermore's watery, sodden lands is producing mist in the rising sun's light. And ahead of you, you see this long, zigzagging path heading down from the entrance towards the valley.
Where's Settlestone?
No, you're on the other side.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's straight into the
Lord.
valley of Clydeson. So basically, the two exits from Mithril Hall. One leads into the Keeper's Dale, where Settlestone is. The other one is this, leading straight into the valley.
Okay.
I feel like we're doing a one-on-one roleplay already today.
Sorry. I swear I'm
you
not
wanna stop
asleep,
for
I'm
now?
just drifting in and out.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
noticed that.
God. Mm.
You wanna stop for now so we can wait until either Goni shows up or we just go next week?
No, I sort of want to get you guys to Silvery Moon because that's where I want to start off next session. But
Alright.
like,
Let's wait
Alright.
like 5-7 minutes, maybe Goni shows up.
yeah, but can we guarantee that in 10 minutes' time, Squirrel's not going to be asleep if we take a break?
Yes,
Well,
we can.
please.
We
Well, you
can
can
do
it, I
this.
believe in you.
Good, because I don't.
I got this. You got this.
Yeah.
All right, then let's
Just
let's
play Cotton Eye Joe on like loop on really high volume.
No. Fuck that shit. No.
play Smoking Joe then. All right,
That's fine.
let's take that couple minutes break then until
I'm not even
Until
gonna
the-
leave my office.
until the full hour. Wait until the full hour and see if God shows up in the meantime, and if not, we're going to wrap up with just you guys getting to Silvery Moon. I had something planned, but it's not important at all.
It is entirely possible that during my religious and theological conversation with our dear dwarven friend, Goni, like drunk Goni, became a sleep Goni.
Yeah, to be honest, I
Yeah.
was just thinking the exact thing. That he just laid back and now he's fully asleep.
My gaming chair is also way too uncomfortable for me to fall asleep.
But yeah, let's wait until the full hour, and if he's if he's not here with us, then we just wrap it up, and we start next week with the new people.
All right.
We will somehow magically already be in Silvery Moon.
Well, yeah, it's not that difficult of a journey, and you have the.
Yeah, we
magic
made it
sword.
we made it a bunch of times now. Most
That's
of the
all.
way through.
Yeah.
I mean, we made it through the Moonwood a few times now.
Not really.
I mean, we went from where did we go from this time? We went through the Moonwood this time as well, right?
Yeah. No. You actually went around the moon with this time. Because
From
you
the
didn't.
start.
Yeah, you didn't go into Corvar and then to Winter's Edge. You went towards the Herald Holdfast and to High Hold,
True.
and then went to north to the Winter's Edge.
But we have been through Cuerva side, the Cuerva side as well. We can go through the southern side again.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna be
that's a better
at myself.
that's a better path, really, because so the dotted line is literally just like a path that you can follow. The sort of cut up line that is sort of like a dirt road.
Yeah.
And the full lines are like actual roads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Take a
pissed
couple
in
of minutes.
myself because like Gunny's gonna wind up being asleep, and then like right at end I'm gonna fucking wake up.
Sure you will.
I mean, maybe.
What are you doing not sleeping in the night?
Apparently snagging dates.
I thought you try to fix your sleeping routines. Or at least
I
make them
had.
plausible.
Honestly, I debated just staying up. But some sleep better than no sleep. Like, even if it's basically no sleep, some sleep is better than truly no sleep.
Yeah, I second that. Like even if you just take a quick nap,
Mm-hmm.
that can mean so much. Like I like when I was in the opera, there were times where the first act where we were there was around like 7 or 8, but the sort of later stuff, the closing as were at like half 11, and as like a 7 or 8-year-old at that time, that was quite late.
Oh, yeah.
So it did occur before that in that period I took a quick nap, then I was woken up and put on the stage to do the fucking thing, and it worked. Like I needed like a good 10-20 minutes to be actually awake, but once I was, it worked out.
I was talking to a friend and I'm like, I should go try to sleep, even if it does not come. I'm gonna go lay down and see what happens.
Hi, Gunny. Good morning.
Sorry guys, I had to talk to my mom about something.
Oh, okay. We were worried that you fell asleep during Artie's, religious conversation.
Oh no, I'm tired. I'm not that tired. No. My
Ah.
mom just came home and she was
I think
wanting
I
to
might
do
have
something.
a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. I said I was stepping away. Did you not hear me?
No,
Oh.
absolutely not.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No worries. We were just, contemplating if, if you're asleep or not, or we should just end
No,
the
I'm
session.
awake. Nah, I'm awake.
All right.
Ooh, and I actually
Yeah.
have some energy, so.
In that case-
you up.
You didn't miss much. Artie was basically telling the dwarf that, why do you believe in this? The the gods are still here, and we are their chosen, not you.
Or was he questioning the dwarf's choices?
Yep.
Is
And,
there any guarantee Artie is awake?
I gave him a time paradigm
Oh,
and it broke
hi.
his brain.
well, to be honest, the thing is, you doing a time paradigm as a duration is, not really in character, isn't it?
Hey, what? Of course it is. This is not a dumb person.
Yeah, but you don't have any kind of formal education.
I mean, I know how consequences work, and that makes sense in my head.
Sure. But, in any case, you have walked through the eastern gate of Mithril Hall, and you stand above the valley. And you watch
I hung out with Doran once.
You say that it stuck to you a bit?
Yeah.
In any case, Finn, would you give me a perception check? Oh, please stop me again.
Huh? No,
Yeah.
no, I'm still here.
Perception.
Nah, you guys know I'm mute because my family's loud.
Yep.
Perception. Oh man, Bane. Perception. Come on, Finn. Flowing. Oh damn! Sorry, perception. Has it rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was really good. 17 for perception. What do I perceive?
So, Finn, as I described before, ahead of you, you see the large, wide green of the moonwoods spreading as far as the eye can see, really. To your right, you see the rising mist from the Evermoors. And to your left, in the distance, you see this wall of a mountain, the spine of the world reaching the sky, really. But the valley, you see the river run far, far up into the mountain. And in the distance, you feel, you can't see it really well, but you almost see mist rising as well. As if something pushing the water into the air, like a waterfall. Ahead of you, there's a winding, zigzagging path leading down into the valley.
Mm.
While the horses were left in the... Sorry?
Am I entranced by the waterfall?
No, it's just something that you notice.
Throws a rock.
Where's my laptop charger? Bro.
So, as I was saying, you left the horses in the other valley, but of course, Shadow Ranger knew you were going to come out here, so he already brought everyone over.
Hooray!
Of course.
Give me 2 seconds.
Of course.
He charged through the mountain, creating a new entrance.
No. He walked over like a Skyrim horse.
Oh god, he probably is a Skyrim horse.
What the fuck is the Assassin's Guild horse called? Shadowfax or
Yes.
Shadowmere? Yeah, Shadowmere. That was the college nickname of Shadow Ranger.
Huh? What about Shadow Ranger?
I'm just saying that Shadow Ranger is actually a Skyrim horse. He was Shadowmere at some point before he became this godlike being.
Before he reincarnated.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
Reincarnated the ultimate steed.
So you quickly sit into the saddle of your horses. What now?
heading towards Silvery Moon
Yeah.
on the southern side.
All right. Who's leading the charge?
Is that a
Mm.
question? It's Shadow Ranger. It's not me. It's not me. It's Shadow Ranger. You know what I'm saying?
I will.
All right.
God. I know there should be rules here. I'm just a little too tired to figure out what they should be.
So, you slowly begin to descend on the side of the mountain. Your horse is kicking small pebbles and stone down as they walk. There are spots where you have to get out of the saddle and lead your horses by the rein as a narrow path leading downwards. By the time you end your descent into the valley, the sun is high in the sky, beaming down as it's almost at its zenith. You're not sure where exactly you are. So give me a perception and survival check, Emma, and see how
Alright.
you do.
Oop. And. Boop. Decent.
Yeah, very decent. You immediately discern that no matter where you are, really, if you follow the river, you should reach the bridge, Winter's Edge. And from there, you simply have to head south, the same way you have come.
Mm.
So, with, in the saddle of Dancer, Shadow Ranger, of course, in front of you, you begin to lead.
Yep.
You ride alongside the trickling river, and in this tranquil, serene environment, for a moment you feel like you can forget about the horrors in the dark, or even the horrors in the light. What you have encountered so far with the cult activity.
Oh
But-
god, you said for a moment, but that's a but. Alright, I'm
But-
tired enough to be re traumatized. Let's do this.
Nah, too early. Maybe next week. So, in an hour's time again, you reach the bridge. The strong stone construction leads over the fast-running river. Across, you see in the distance the trunks of the moonwood. You quickly walk over the river. The running spring spraying you with its fresh cold water.
That is lovely.
Here, you simply need to turn south until you reach the road heading towards Silvery Moon.
Yep. And that is what we're doing.
Safe.
Sorry, Glenn, what you were saying?
We're taking the route safely for once.
So, after you begin to ride south through the meadows, the small hillocks and valleys in the foothills of the mountains, beside the Moonswoods forest. The terrain is quite difficult, but Your horses are excellent and they are riding fast. It is not even that late in the afternoon, early evening, when you reach High Hold. This part natural, part man-made lookout over the Evermoors. With a great, there's this, at the top of it, there's this spot where there's constantly a great pile of wood made to be able to be lit with a flame. Currently, it's not.
All right.
But you know the sun will set in a car in sometimes, and you traveled for quite a lot today. What will you do?
Hmm. Do we want to rest here?
I mean, I don't mind if you think it's safe, Emma. I trust you.
Well, pretty
You're
sure we've rested here
supposed to be
before.
fine out or whatever.
Just don't want to tire out the horses too much.
How does Shadowing look?
Completely unaffected, you know. He's not even sweating. You know, his carrot-based stamina bar is completely full and it's never decreased.
Oh man, you got 99 for all the stats.
Riding on would get us there faster. I just... Let's rest. Let's err on the side of caution.
For once.
Oh no! The next thing you'll say that you actually use, the Leomon's tiny hut instead of forgetting it constantly. And just assuming it happens.
Well, I do.
Alright. So yeah. You quickly settle down around High Hold. Are you setting up camp on top of the lookout or just beside it?
Just beside is probably safer. Especially with the hunt.
Sure. So yeah. You take the saddles off the horses and settle down for the night. Unfortunately, your cook is gone. Wave has parted away from you and headed out from Mithril Hall to find himself once again.
Yeah, he's having
he's
such a nice
he
day.
good God. I am decently sure that
You do have rations. I'm just
true.
saying that
I need a hearty meal.
you're no longer enjoying the culinary activities of Wave.
Wait, where is Wave?
Wave has left.
Oh yeah, he went to deal with his problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Went to meet his former master. Not the master. A master.
oh no, he's working for the one as well.
Wave found his religion. He decided he's going to be the one.
Oh, yo, can you imagine? Imagine like the one is actually Vave and like he's just an evil master.
God.
No, the one is Balrit.
Oh no!
Are we doing our downtime stuff?
He's going to shoot the void. Yes. performing.
Oh, this is the picture of my wife.
Do you even remember her? We'll see.
Yes. Very, very vividly. Try to take it away from
Have you seen that? Or do you know that line of pictures where you see Picasso's self portraits along his career?
yeah. Like progressively.
That's how I sort of imagine.
It's not on my sheet on Foundry, by the way, because I'm scared to add spells and fuck something up on accident. But I do have Goodberry.
Progressively weirder, just like starts off
Yeah.
with an actual picture and just eventually boils down to just like two eyes and a smile among some blocks.
Wonderful job, addressed.
I show somebody the picture, it's just a stick figure. It's
Just a stick
God.
figure with boobies.
It's a stick figure with like double D's.
pointy ears and boobies.
Ah, just like I remember her. End of the campaign, you meet Adrish's wife. It looks exactly like that.
Oh god.
All right. So, you all settle down to have a long rest. Who is keeping watches?
I guess all of us have to keep watch now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you ask Mora, I need to watch over you for a while, or if
It's a reliable workforce when you need it.
or Hope, or your little imp. You could just set up the imp to.
Hope could probably keep watch, honestly.
I trust Mora.
Can we do that? I don't know if that's allowed.
No,
Yeah.
I would require you to be present.
Yeah.
Hope,
gonna be.
Hope could help you keep a watch, but not do it on her own. Yeah.
That would be nice.
Could Mora?
Yeah, Mora, of course Mora can help you. Mora always.
True. Mora is amazing.
Just
Except when
sit
he tells you to leave your friends behind.
Mora curls up in your lap. Being cute.
Bitches about a drish.
Keeping the bad dreams away. Okay,
That's
in that case, what is the order of taking watches?
I guess Emma first as usual.
Okay.
No, that's the other campaign already. It's always Icarus first.
Oh no, I'm first this time.
Alright.
All right. So it's Finn, Emma, Adrish.
Sure.
Yeah. That works.
All right. So Finn. No, before that, everyone give me a divine guidance roll.
Okay.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Divine guidance. Oh, just to check if your soul gets.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, Finn. You can do it.
Oh.
Save us. Fuck.
Oh, these are some rolls.
Oh, Jesus.
The gods are not listening tonight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the
So-
elven gods just decided to look at Emma and be like, oh, fuck, that bitch is still alive?
So, Finn, would you mind giving me a perception check then?
Okay, that's not bad. 17.
Yeah, very decent. So, Finn, you sit down, and for a moment you prepare yourself. You reach onto your back to pull out your folder glaive and do some quick exercise to keep your actions honed
His folder glaive is not with him.
to practice those moves that you've been taught, but your
I'm doing
fingers
it
close
mentally.
around nothing.
Oh. Was that necessary, Hig?
So you slump back down, sitting and watching in the dark, where nothing approaches.
Oh god.
Your watch pass by peacefully.
Completely and utterly uneventful.
Yep.
We have the dome up, right?
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, tense up. You have your magical heated socks.
Just watch. The socks are really just Emma prestidigitating until he falls asleep.
Sure. But yeah, Finn, your watch passed by uneventful. Is it time to wake up someone? Are you going to wake up Adrish or Emma?
Ammo.
Oh. Huh? Oh, right. Right.
I whisper Adelaide next to her ear.
Up,
See?
Finn.
Oh, okay. Thanks for taking your watch now, Emma. Good night.
Good night. Alright. Oh god.
So yeah, Emma, you sit out in front of the tent and watch through the invisible barrier of the dome what occurs around you. Give me a perception check.
It's a 20.
You're sitting at the very edge of your protective barrier, watching the darkness around you. You know that beyond the darkness there's the Evermore, this dark swamp of a horrifying land filled with horrendous monsters, but you know that they would not come to you. They are almost bound to this horrid land, and even if they come out sometimes, they must retreat, and the brave inhabitants of the surrounding lands constantly fight them back. On the other side, you know, there's the Moonwoods, this great land of forest that you have explored somewhat now, and where you've heard some disturbing information regarding your possible lineage. At this point, sort of, Mora saunters up and settles into your lap, curling up into this big, fat, furry ball. But he does not rest his head, but looks out into the dark as well.
Is
How
everything alright?
lovely. Sorry, what did you say?
Is everything alright, Mora?
Well, of course, Emma. Don't you see how lovely this night is? Filled with soft, warm wind, the stars glimmering in the sky. We are out in the wilderness. Oh, how I wish these would be every day we go. It would be nicer to take on a real adventure instead of facing some world-ending danger, wouldn't it?
It really would. I just don't know. I might be getting somewhat homesick. I miss shore, I miss the water.
True.
I
It's
miss
been
my family.
It's been quite a while since we were traveling on that ship. Do you remember we met there first?
Of course I remember. I thought my head was playing tricks on me at first.
Who knows? Maybe it was.
Maybe it still is. Either way,
There's Emma just talking
it's
to the
company.
cat. Just a normal cat.
God.
But it makes me wonder, Emma. You say you're homesick, missing your family. But what of that other one? The ones that seemingly brought you to your family.
I've never met any of them, and therefore I find it quite rude to have opinions about them.
But it would be nice to learn who they are, wouldn't it? To get to know who
would.
you really are.
And there is someone seeming. But at the same time, I don't want to. There's more than one. But as I've said, I don't want to endanger them. But not having the answers, Mora, it's killing me. I feel myself growing weaker almost every passing day. There is this drive, this fire, sort of, that I've got to find the answers. It's running out of fuel. And I don't know if I'm brave enough to figure out where to get more. I don't know if I'm
Well,
brave enough to endanger everyone I care about.
in any case, Emma, no matter where your road takes, I will be along.
Thank you. I do have a question for you, though. Do you think that, the idea that I had with the fake crossroads, that it did work? I mean, it was very, very intimidating. Wondrous, beautiful, but intimidating nonetheless. And, I mean, I do have some sense of self-preservation despite what the others may think. and I wouldn't want
Well,
to.
I'm
fall.
certain, deep down somewhere. But unfortunately, Emma, I am not very well versed in these sort of ways of traveling between realms.
That is very fair.
Maybe you should wake the old man. It's getting late into the
Yes.
night, and he should have a watch as well.
I know. I am going to go wake up Adrist after, gently sort of setting Mora aside and giving him head pats and stuff. Maybe listening to him purr a little.
As soon as you are getting up, he just jumps off your lap and stretches.
Mm.
So yeah, Adrisht, you are rudely woken by Emma to do your job.
It's your watch,
was-
Adrist.
Oh my god.
You're the last one. Don't worry.
I know. Anyway, good night, I guess. Hope. And I sent out hope to circle above us. And together we'll keep.
Sent her out like a kite. Just
Yeah, she's gonna find a perch.
on your face.
I will just fall asleep again, easily.
Yeah, you fall. You slumber, and Mora once again curls up beside you. Perhaps one day we can ask Mina. I'm sure she knows all about those travel routes. So, Adrisht, give me a perception check, please.
With advantage because of hope.
Sure.
So it will just be a straight roll.
Oh yeah, because you're still exhausted.
Oh god.
Oh, the forever exhausted Adrisht.
Oh!
Only we had
I
another
rolled-
person to
it
watch
rolled
instead
it.
of him.
Rolled at disadvantage for some reason still, even with shift.
Yeah, because it's more precedent. Just reroll. I took away your exhaustion now.
Oh, okay. But I rolled well, I will take either of those rolls.
Unfortunate.
Oof.
Paying for my DM's mistakes.
But you could have taken off your exhaustion.
I'm still exhausted. My rest isn't complete yet.
Yeah, it's not. So, Adrisht, you sort of half-heartedly watch the night.
Hope is watching, I'm sleeping.
Oh, okay. So let's see Hope's perception. No.
Hope has really good perception.
Yeah, but she needs you to be watching. She's not an alarm clock to wake you when the enemy is approaching.
See what Hope would have rolled, just in case.
The tiny.
No, Hope has advantage, don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Oh, great.
Hope is asleep as well. So, while Aldrich sleeps through the night, Emma,
Yes?
you rolled the lowest on your divine guidance roll.
I would hope so. I rolled a fucking nat 1.
At least it wasn't me and Adrift. Wait, so were you picking which one of our problems to rear its ugly head? Whoever rolled the lowest?
Probably. Alright, hit me. Hit me with it.
What would
So-
have happened if we all rolled ones? Would we have just like
the universe would have just exploded.
Nah, that is very unlikely. Especially, since you have different modifiers.
Yeah, true.
Like, it would have been a very complicated adjustment of rolls to all have equal levels of bad. And to be honest, it mattered that what you rolled as well. Like, it could have been if two of you rolled much better than one other, that would have been a different outcome. But you didn't. You all rolled like shit.
Alright, let's see what the fuck happens.
Emma, you settle in to a somewhat comfortable sleep. Mora, like a big, fluffy, hot water bottle beside you, nestling into your armpit.
That is not a very cat-like thing to do, but okay.
Well, he could be sleeping on your face as well, but
Armpit is preferable.
But your night is disturbing.
Oh.
You find yourself in your dream, running along long, winding path between thick shrubbery. The same ones that you've seen
Fuck.
in the fake crossroads. No matter what you do, you're unable to break through the line, and the path goes on and on. And as you move along this winding path, you have this gut feeling that something is after you. You don't know what. You never see anything behind you, no matter how many times you glance. But you hear a crack of a branch behind you sometimes. You hear the rustling of the shrubbery as if something's moving just beyond your vision in the dark. The branches form a solid ceiling above you as you run and run and run. But the forest is not silent. There's a constant wind rustling the branches around you. Sometimes a violent burst of wind swings a branch low, and you have to duck down, otherwise it would smack you in the face.
Yikes.
The odd plantations from above, you see the constantly in the wind, these small needle-like pines are falling onto you, getting stuck in your hair. Every time you try to sweep them away, you feel these rough points cutting into your hand as soon as you try to get them out of your hair. And still, the feeling of being followed is constant, as if some sort of predator was constantly following you in the shadows, just beyond your vision range, stalking you in the dark. No matter how fast you run, no matter how many times you glance back, there's nothing there, just this feeling of constant dread. And along the wind, a constant phrase. Betrayer, betrayer, daughter of betrayer, betrayer. Follow you in your run. No matter where you turn, how many times you try to break out of the walls of this path, nothing works. And doesn't seem to be an end to it. And continuing in the wind, betrayer, daughter of betrayer, exiled betrayer,
You are not welcome here. You are not welcome here.
Oh god.
You can't catch your breath. You're being chased. But by what? For what gain? And it's almost as if the walls of the path are closing in. The path is getting tighter and tighter. Dodging out of the low-hanging branches is more difficult now. So you sort of hunker down, your head low, running forward, protecting it with your arms. And the wind brings more. No longer whispers, but this harsh speech, almost speaking in unison at all times. Betrayer! Betrayer! You are the betrayer's daughter. Betrayer! You are not welcome here. And suddenly, in a root stuck out of the ground, you stumble. You fell forward and you begin to roll into the dirt, the fallen leaves, and it seems as the path is closing over you.
Oh god.
You're covered with these long branches, the sharp needles cutting into your arms as you trying to protect your head. And a moment later, instead of the sharp branches, you're covered in soft, fluffy material, engulfed still in darkness, but instead of the sharp pine needles, as if a velvet cloth is draped over you.
Mora?
They killed your
Mora-
cat.
What?
Killed and killed your cat.
God. Ah.
Mora lifts up his tail, and you find yourself tucked into his arm, curled up into fetal position, tucked into his long red fur. The large cat, much bigger than he usually should be.
Has Mora just
Compa-
had a delectable medley of dreaming splendor?
Probably.
looks down down at you and smiles. That was quite a difficult one. Now rest, Emma. Rest in dreamless slumber. And he once again lowers his tail down on you, engulfing you in soft, cushiony, comfortable, dreamless sleep.
I have a theory.
Oh.
And in the morning, the sun rises, and Adrish, is sort of back to wake before the others by hope to save face. Because, he was clearly watching and protecting you in the dark and not, napping.
Yeah, everything is fine. Nothing happened.
Huh.
So you're missing 20, 40, 380 platinum. No. All right. The sun rises in this new morning. What
All
now?
right. Highhold's like a research library thing, right?
No, Highhold is just a lookout.
Wasn't there something near here though? God.
I think what you're talking about is the World History Museum tower thingy.
Yeah, that thingy.
Just look at the fucking map.
Let's see. What was it called?
Wait, you guys don't see this?
No.
No, yes.
Oh.
Oh, Herald's hold fast.
Why
That
didn't
was
you
it.
guys see that? I put that fucking
All right.
weeks ago.
Let's go towards that.
I mean, we don't see any of these, by the way, just so you know. This is the
What do you
only
mean?
one we see now.
Yeah, there's only one on the map at the point.
Okay.
Huh. How odd. That's weird. So you're going to take a detour towards the
Yes.
Herald's Hold Quest?
Yes. Because I have new information to go on.
She hasn't told us anything though, right? But she's the one leading the way.
Yeah. We're
Do we notice that we're taking detours? Although it is kind of on the way, isn't it? Anyway.
No, it's literally not on the way. It's out of the way. It's I think like so the way so you have reached a road, not really a road, but a much more more real road than before. That is sort of following the River Rovin towards Silvery Moon. The Herald's Holdfast is a path off towards the north.
Oh, okay. But we've been down this road, so we probably know the path that leads to the Holdfast, right?
Yeah, you pass by this intersection. Like in the morning, you get once you settle up, and you reach this fork in the road. One of them is sort of heading towards this north
Emma just turns to the north.
yeah.
west, and the other one's heading towards the south.
And shout out to Emma. Emma, what? We're supposed to go to the east.
We're taking a detour.
Why?
I had a nightmare.
What happened? Can you please talk to us?
I don't know. I could have figured it out on my own, but it took a nightmare to realize that this betrayer has to have been exiled.
Well,
And maybe there's a list or something. And cobbled together.
a list of elven betrayers. A list.
A list of
betrayers
like
betrayed
people who have been exiled. I'm not I'm grasping
Emma,
at straws
not
at
to-
just. I feel like I'm going insane.
Not to say that this might not bear fruit, but I feel like this is something that's going to be bigger than a list. Of someone who betrayed the entire fake court. And from what I know, the Herald's Holdfast is very exclusively information about what happens on the human side of things. If I'm not completely off my rocker here.
That's
Or not human, but
that's actually fair. This plane.
I feel like you would have better answers at Silvery Moon, wouldn't you? With the big magic lady over there,
Probably.
the Doran's squeeze.
Probably.
And if we're gonna go by this route again on the way back, and if we don't find anything at Silvery Moon, I think it would be fine to visit the whole park again.
I kind of forgot that. Sorry.
Kind of forget that.
What caused you to be so scared, though? What kind of nightmare did you have happen?
I was in the crossroads and something was chasing. And I couldn't see it no matter what I did. And the voices, they just kept getting louder. And the path kept getting narrower. And then I tripped and it Trist, I think the path might have tried to eat.
The path itself?
The
He said it was
bushes.
Let's stay away from the, path then. Perhaps. But until we have some better understanding of what the hell is going on there. And the only entrance we know for it is near Loston's Hold, right?
And, you know, there was another one
In
Where?
way
in
back.
the desert.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's so far away. Let's steer clear of a Loston's Hold for a bit. Probably a good idea anyways. There's probably a dragon looking to kill us in there.
That is very fair.
I'm sure, Lady Alustriel has answers for you if you ask her. Seems knowledgeable, even beyond Doran. Hell, perhaps Doran's book has some answers for you.
True, perhaps it will. And I suppose asking her couldn't hurt. I just get very, very nervous around powerful people.
Yeah, but you're powerful people now.
No, she was always powerful, people. Politically powerful.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of powerful.
Thank you, Adrist.
Okay, don't worry. Sure, whatever it is, deal with it.
And
And honestly, you haven't betrayed anyone. I don't care whose daughter you are. Well, except Adelaide. You do keep trying to betray Adelaide, but I'll stop you from doing that, so that's okay.
window shopping is a thing, Adrist. I don't expect you to understand. But you
Yeah,
can
no, I don't
look at nice
understand.
things without having them.
Fucking poly bitch.
My wife would disagree, but it to each his own, I guess.
Well,
To be
Trim was
honest.
always, you look the
she's
other
your
way
problem,
and-
not mine.
But you would never window shop, right?
No short.
You could never look at another woman.
I literally don't. I gave an eye up.
Yeah, he gouged his eye out. Like, bro, you're a real one.
But you know, except for the Forgotten Queen, you're kind of looking at her.
Not really.
Through her.
What about the Shadow?
Shadow's a woman? I thought it was a genderless, formless being.
Who knows? You know,
Maybe it's trans.
they could be whatever you want.
Not my wife, though.
They could be your wife,
Too much light in her.
Shadow wife.
To
All right.
Silvery Moon.
The silvery moon, indeed.
So you turn back from the wrong path and head towards the south, following the river. This is more than a forest path or a narrow footpath along the across the plains. This is more of a well-traveled trading road, although not paved or properly set, but still traveling is easy. But there is one thing. The road, while separated by the river, still runs along the Evermoors.
Oh, fuck.
Emma, would you give me a perception and survival check?
What
Hmm.
the hell? What the fuck? Emma is fucking worried, apparently. I mean, it makes sense. The description of the nightmare gave me dread. I can't imagine how Emma feels.
I'm glad that it was effective. I tried my best.
Bro, it was almost
so-
more effective than the fucking wolf's whistle.
So Emma,
Uh-huh.
the nightmare was disturbing, but what worries you is that feeling of being followed, or rather being watched, being stalked, because that feeling is still haunts your mind, and you feel like the moor has the same power, as if it was some sort of gigantic beast crouched down, ready to pounce on you at any moment, as if eyes following you from the veil of mist that seem to rise constantly from this swampy moorland.
Oh, God.
It's almost impossible to make out any shape in this strange, misty land. But in the distance, you see a couple hills rising out of it, barren and empty. But there's an innate evil to this place, something that is unexplainable, a bad feeling that keeps you distracted throughout. And your movement is slow towards Silvery Moon. Even though you're traveling on a good path, when the end of the day nears, you pass by a ruined keep. The keep itself, you know, it was called Rovin's Watch. It was an old keep held manned by an army of Silver Moon for many years, but since the army has begun to protect a larger area of land, they established smaller bases along the river, and this fell into disrepair.
Oh, God.
It is not far away from Silvery Moon, maybe a couple hours more ride,
Hmm.
but it is the end of the day. And you have ridden on for quite a while today. What do you do?
Let's... Hmm. I am gonna stop. We should stop. We should kind of...
Emma, are you okay?
We could push on and be there, but I feel like a rest would be
Probably the smartest
appreciated.
course of action.
What did you say?
Probably the smartest course of action.
Yeah. Plus, it'll be
You're
more
alive,
efficient
fresh.
travel, I feel, if I get a better sleep.
Yeah, honestly, we turn up right now. Dolan's probably busy in the bedroom.
Yeah, I don't want that image in my mind.
But it's in there firmly, isn't it?
You know, Thorin is a quite attractive man.
It's rest.
You know, Elustral is, you know, ridiculously gorgeous. It's not a bad scene. But yeah, once again, you settle down for a night's rest. Are you going to settle up in the ruins of the fort or beside the road?
Oh God. Am I recklessly curious enough?
Yes.
Huh? What kind of question is that?
Fort.
But it's more like more of a keep.
The ruins.
It'll keep us safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk towards at the end of the day the keep's ruins. The wooden ceiling and roof has fallen in many years ago, either burnt or taken away. Now only the decrepit stone wall stands. No windows or doors or anything, and the grass has broken through the stone floors and formed kind of patches and strands coming between the stones, weed breaking through as well. Perfect for a night I rest, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Once inside the dome.
Yeah, can the dome fit?
Sure, it has a large enough central hall.
Sweet.
There's not a lot of shit remaining. It is
Let's dome
literally
it
just
up.
a ruin. Dome tent.
There's no trap doors. There's no hidden murals.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly take a look around and see if there's any hidden entrances or hidden passageways.
All right, give me an investigation check. Finn, are you doing the same?
I also want to do that.
Mm.
Finn? Oh my god.
Oh my
what did you
fuck.
What happened?
You rolled a net 20.
Ah.
So what about you, Finn?
What do you need me to roll?
I'm asking if you're looking as well.
Oh yeah. For trap doors, yeah. For hidden floors.
I assume that I am busy setting up the tent. Or
Yeah.
the hut.
Yeah,
So,
so Emma's hard at work while Finn and address the plan.
Yeah.
Give me that investigation check.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
can do it.
You need me to roll some divine guidance or something? Like,
Nat
Just
20?
roll. No, that's 15.
Not bad.
There was if you guys rolled fucking 2 net 20s, that would
It
have
would have
been
been sweet, bro.
Jesus.
just fucking insane.
Some Xanarin
Both
type
got
shit.
in a third fucking eye. That just telescoped.
So, Adrish, you begin to rummage around, searching, looking for hidden trapdoors or loose stones or something that would reveal a secret layer or some kind of point of interest or literally anything that would, I don't know, give you the satisfaction of rolling a net 20.
Just tell us, there's a hidden portal to a different plane. Preferably a plane that contains gauntlets.
Yeah. But yeah, Adrish, give me the divine guidance roll.
imagine, hey.
God.
I'm imagining.
Imagine that natural one I'm about to roll. Here we go.
Oh my god!
I am a golden god.
Hey.
Yeah.
I need to do some rolls in the background, guys.
Somehow just falls asleep, wakes up in the fucking Feywild.
Yep.
Oh god, could you imagine the
betrayers
levels of
too.
just freaked out that Emma would fucking be? She'd have a
It's just the
fucking
betrayers
mental
too, right
breakdown.
under here. Like, just move some dust out of the way and it just says in bold letters, betrayers too.
Yo, have you not seen that meme with the Flash by the tomb smiling?
Well, fuck it. That is that is just insane rolls that deserves deserves rewards. So, Adrish, as you're rummaging around, you do not find the secret portal to the Betrayal's tomb, unfortunately.
No. Okay.
Oh.
You also do not find, the secret trap doors that lead straight into the,
Dory's
the fucking cultist layer, or uh, the secret portal to wherever the fucking shadow is imprisoned.
No, it's Lady Gloom's BDSM dungeon.
Oh no.
Do you really would want to go there?
No.
No, you don't want to do it to Lady Gloom Stadium sometimes.
No.
Okay, have you seen what that bitch gets up to?
Mm. I go in there, Ashton is just hanging there off some hooks. Bane's hanging next to him.
Having a grand old time.
So,
Instead,
do I find the gauntlet? I mean, does
No.
Artie find the gauntlet?
he's just fucking there. No. At least what you find is in one of the corners you find a loose stone. You notice that this stone is barely set into the wall, and when you push under it, you manage to unlodge it from the wall. And behind it you find a cash drop.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's something that you haven't encountered really yet, but you have heard of these things. A place where unsavory individuals might leave valuables for others to pick up.
Hmm.
And it's not empty.
Ooh. Intercepted a delivery. What is
No.
in it?
Yo, do we just get...
Is this cocaine? This is cocaine.
God.
It wasn't already, but it's now.
Yo, Artie, can you do...
And the rest comes back, he's white as snow. White as snow.
Oh, wild shape.
God.
So,
Into...
Artie, in the small open, in the small
Adrish, are you okay?
Yeah.
in a small crevice, Adrish, you find the following items. You find a pouch containing 200 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Mm.
You find another pouch containing unidentified dust.
Ooh.
It seems to almost sparkle.
Okay.
There is an odd crystal and a ring.
detect magic.
They're all magical.
Oh,
Even the gold. No, it's not.
it's just another coin pouch of holding.
It's illusion magic. Oh no!
They're all mimics.
Oh god.
Ring mimic, crystal mimic, dusk mimic. It gets into your lung and eats you from the inside.
I'll put on
That
the
is
ring.
terrifying, and I am making a note of it.
I'll put on the ring and then I'll take everything else to the group. Crystal, the gold, and the.
Alright.
Wait,
So Emma
Actually-
just.
gold in there. What, Hig?
Sorry?
They're like 200 gold, right?
Yeah, 200 gold pieces, an odd crystal, a bag of dust, and a ring.
The dust itself is also magical. So-
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Ring. Okay.
I'll give it all to Emma to identify. I'll even let her identify the ring. I want it to be let it be a surprise and find out what the effect was by biting to it.
But I think
Actually, I
it's
know
what?
that. What kind of magic is on the ring? Like, what kind of school of magic is it?
Is it going to tell you anything if I tell you?
Not really, but I'm just thinking.
Transmutation.
Ooh.
I'll just try to attune to it. Why not? Let's see what happens.
God.
It's not an attunement item.
Oh, then whatever. Then I'll hand it to Emma and let her
Alright.
Idea.
figure it out. I wanted like a
Once,
surprise, like a it's now stuck to your hand, it's sucking your butt kind of thing.
Now you're a rabbit.
I've seen worse. I've been worse.
You have a rabbit butler anyway.
ah,
Hey Emma, Finn, look what I found. And I showed
Ooh.
him the cash.
bring it over
Look,
here.
look at this. Look at this sparkly dust. And
Be
this
careful
ring,
and
this,
bring it over here.
And this money and what else was there? The crystal.
Do you know what they are?
They're magical, except the money. The money's just money.
We can find out what they are.
That's pretty magical.
Yeah, Emma has the spell, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
right.
Alrighty.
So you're
I'm just
going
gonna
to spend a bit-
ritually identify.
Takes half an hour.
It's fine. We have time. We're
So
setting
we-
up it.
Which one would you like to start with?
The powder, because it seems the most threatening.
Magical
Uh,
cocaine.
It is. It's a dime of pixie dust.
Oh, actually, it's
Ooh,
actually magic cocaine. Nah.
damn. Okay.
Wait, what does Pixie Dust do?
Yeah, let me give it a dime of pixie dust to Adrisht. There you go. Dropped it in your inventory.
Oh no. I'm worried about this. Pixie dust.
What the fuck?
Why can I not see it?
It's in your equipments.
Oh, I saw it. You just point to the restaurant. Oh!
It's magic cocaine.
Yeah. Alright.
It's one use, right?
Yes.
Oh. I'll give it to
Mm.
Finn, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, guys are flying.
Finn, here's some magic cocaine for you.
Wait, what's cocaine, Adrish? Is it
Uh,
edible?
Oh no. No, no. Finn, I did some
Took out
things
a
in my
full
youth.
handful of it.
Ignore address.
No. It'll make you fly, but you can only use it once. Use all of it at once.
Adrish, it's not even that you did something in your youth. You did something, like a couple months ago.
True.
Very
But that was body oils.
Let's go with the ring next.
All right. Yeah, the appropriate ring.
Wait, is that what it's actually called?
No.
The appropriate ring. It turns into whatever is the most appropriate signet at the
It
time
is.
of need.
It is the ring of water walking.
Oh.
Ah. Nice.
Wait, sorry,
That's
for
useful.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, this ring makes you walk on water.
And
Ooh.
crystal, I guess.
I'll hand the ring to Emma. I feel like I can just fly out of the
I feel
water.
like Emma has a lot of magical items. I can't lie.
I mean, the thing is, like, this is like something that might save her life at some point. I don't know.
True.
Or more like, might save our life because she might be able to stay above water while the rest of us are dying.
While the rest of us are drowning.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
she can
but
probably
she- But she already has a ring.
I have
Oh, what
2
now?
rings.
No, actually, you have 3 rings.
Oh yeah, no, because I
She
forgot
has
about the
10
other ring.
fingers. It's fine.
She's already wearing 3.
What's one more?
Now I'm wearing 4.
Jeez.
Just so 3 of them are on one hand, and then the ring of holy acrimony is just on the other hand's middle finger.
There's one on her middle finger, one on her index, and one on her thumb.
No. Not insane.
You're just wearing them as earrings.
The ring finger is saved for Adelaide.
True.
One of her many mistresses.
The fucking ring of holy acrimony. No, it's on the pointer on that hand. Because, in theory, the design looks like it might be able to be used as a pick. Hear me out. Alright? I have a loot. Think.
What's
So,
the crystal?
Emma, I'm so glad you're identifying this item.
Oh god.
Emma,
Yeah.
in your hand, you hold a Feywild shard.
Oh!
I don't know
Bro!
What does that do?
This crystal is warm to the touch and glint with a sunset color of the Feywild sky. It is a very rare thing to find, to be honest, because it is a crystal that holds the essence of the Feywild, but it is known to affect magic around it.
In what
And-
ways?
As in causing it to be a bit wild.
Oh my god, yes!
But it is more often a tool for those whose magic is already wild in its own, sorcerers.
Ooh. Tailor made.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Artie, you're not able to attune to this item.
Wait, why?
Wait, what does it actually do?
It is an item for wild magic sorcerers.
But it holds a bit of the Fey wild.
Yeah.
Is it only for Wild Wild? Okay.
When you use a meta magic option on a spell while you're holding or wearing the shard, you can roll the wild magic search table. If the result is a spell, it is too wild to be affected by your meta magic, and if it normally requires concentration, it does not require concentration in this case.
What?
Ooh.
Why would you do this thing? Are you giving me an unusable magic item?
It might not be entirely unusable.
I just
Why?
got you.
Are you going to become a wild magic sorcerer suddenly?
No. I'm just thinking, pondering.
You did meet wild magic sorcerers before. You know,
Did
maybe.
we?
Yeah. In the academy.
It could be traded for information, in theory.
Yeah, I dropped it in your inventory, Emma.
That is. You see Emma's eyes just go fucking wide.
Man, you baited me there, hey. For use by a sorcerer, and then only white magic sorcerers.
Yep.
Unfortunate. Oh well.
To be honest, that is my restriction because this fucking item is absolute bullshit.
That's fair.
You know what's the worst thing, Artie? That is that's an actual item. Like that's not
Yes.
something I made up.
Wait, that's an actual item?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
There's items in the game now that have like specific requirements like that?
No, that's my restriction on it.
Oh, so normally can this be used by anyone?
Any sorcerer.
I hate you, Vic.
This is the bullshitest bullshit item ever.
I was so close.
This is not something for you to use. It is for the purposes that, Squirrel is thinking about.
Alright.
Hmm.
Man, Audi, can you like reset your level and
Then become a wild magic.
And man rolls 2 natural 20s, maybe it's third.
I gave you 3 magical items. Just fucking be happy about it.
Maybe
I
you
could-
could do magical items and a rock.
Ardy, I could have told you that this is a very nice ruin, and you found fuck all. And if you still continue bitching, that's what I'm going to do.
I did find fuck all. It's a rock. That's all it is to me.
Alright, so.
Alright, the ring is not magical, it's a regular ring.
Cool. Emma, you can sync now.
Oof. Alright.
Alright, time to rest, guys.
Yeah.
Who's taking watches?
I'll go first. So you need perception, right?
I'll go last. Maybe it was the time of day that I slept.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. Actually, yeah, you're fine, dude. That shit is stupid.
Exactly!
17.
Oh yeah, I need Divine Guidance rolls again. Let's see if we roll better.
Oh god. Somehow I'll probably get. What the fuck? I was gonna say worse!
That's a glaive attack, Connie.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
I used all my luck on a magical rock.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Exactly.
for some reason, I got the Feywild shard and then my luck just whoop. God damn. At least maybe I'll get a better sleep.
So, Finn, you settle down once again at this ruined keep with your bag of cocaine that your friend just handed you.
yo, can
Not
I open
sure.
the bag up to kind of stare at it for a little bit, just a little
It's
bit.
full of this powder, it's sort of sparkling in the bag.
What does it smell like?
Nothing. Magic.
Okay. What about Octarine?
It smells like childhood. Ugh.
Okay.
Depression?
Finn, you're filled with worry tonight. As you're moving further away from Mithril Hall, you are not sure. Have you run away from this task that you were asked to help with? Are you afraid still of this task? Or is this the right thing to do? Should you really return the Peria? Or if not, what should you do with it? What lies at the depth of the Dungeon of Fools? Akabush? His tomb? His prison? What is Akabush? Who is Akabush? And who are those other two who say that they are the companion of Akabush? And what will happen if you reunite them? They said that you will be greatly rewarded, and all they wish is to be reunited. But is that the right thing to do? But maybe it is the right thing to do. They have never... They did not threaten you or force you or coerce you in any way. All they did was ask. And when you asked why, they simply said that because you're the one who is capable of it. Is that enough of a reason? Or maybe that is just the right reason. Your watch passes uneventful. Who are you waking?
Adrift. Good morning, sleepyhead. Onk,
Good morning. What?
it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So yeah, Adrish, you sit down with hope, watching the night sky and your surroundings. Give me a perception check. As always, somewhat unperceptive,
But I have
But-
hope.
but you have hope. And that is enough.
Just don't let hope turn into despair.
Oh, that's the other one.
You named the imp.
No, the imp is that.
Huh.
No, despair is what hope might turn into. Who knows? Who knows, where Adrish's corruption leads?
Who knows, indeed.
Adrisht. In the night, your mind wanders. You're in the watch and you keep an eye, but you can't shake the memory of that land. What was it? Where was it? Why was it like that? How was that space possible? The land in the sky. Was that hell? Or some sort of world inside a world? How are you to find something like that? How are you to go there and release the prisoner? And what is that you found? As you take out from your pack the key, the odd triangular crystal with the crisscrossing lines at one end and the broken shard on the other. How many more are there? Are they just around the world? Are you supposed to find all of them? Or are you just supposed to go there? How did this key get here in the first place? Where did it come from? What was that creature that you fought? This dragon made of shadows? And what did he mean with his dying breath? What did that mean? Was he in a situation like you? Desperate, lost, struggling to survive? Will you end like him? Slain, defeated, without purpose, whispering with your dying breath to someone who will never hear it? Will your daughter and wife know that you have fallen? Will they mourn you? Or will they think that you are out there looking for a cure for your curse? A way to protect them from yourself? Or will they fall in despair that you've lost forever? And these are the thoughts that fly around in your head as your watch ends with no events.
Sorry. I forgot that was my mic.
Arnie,
Yeah,
your watch is over.
I'll wake up Emma.
Alright. Oh.
And as I lay there about to go to sleep, I'll try to remind myself that I have currently a singular purpose, is to make sure that I return to my family. All else.
But is
else.
that your purpose, Adristeinsfog? Is that your purpose? Isn't there a greater purpose that you need to strive for? Isn't there something that could mean so much more?
All else is in service to the purpose of returning to my family.
As you settle down to sleep, Adrisht, even though you try to focus on your beloved family, your dreams are filled with odd visions of grandeur, an immortal army under your command, riches and greatness. And your family is there, behind you at all times, supporting you lovingly. But you are rising in power, and they are just behind you, always, never by your side. Emma,
Oh god.
give me a perception check.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Emma, once again, he set out for the night's watch. The night is calm, seemingly uneventful. As you stare out into the darkness, in the distance you begin to hear something.
What do I hear?
Echoing across the river, flowing in their direction, you hear this odd music.
Music. Oh. What does it sound like? How does it?
It is a string instrument, a couple drums, a soft, light music.
Oh God. Oh.
As you stand there, the music becomes somewhat louder. It's still quite soft and pleasant, but
So is
as
it
it's
like-
coming nearer.
Okay. Well, given the fact that I'd like some warning, I would like to, ask Mora if he would be willing to, sort of try to help me. Because I can't leave the hut. If I leave the hut goes down.
Yep.
I
So you-
want to ask Mora if he would be willing to leave the hut for me.
You toss the cat out.
I don't toss him. I
You're a
ask him.
stray now. Fend for yourself.
I'm not you, Adrist. I'm not pure evil. Plus, he can come
Cat
back.
waltzes back in like he owns the place. You mean you? My house. You are but a humble servant.
And I would like to ask him if he'd be willing to get a visual and report back.
So yeah, Mora nods and saunters out of the dome into the air, once again leaving these glowing green paw prints behind as he walks up into the sky.
I'm
His
used to it at
tails-
this point.
Tail swinging back and forth as it disappears into the darkness. And the sound coming closer and closer. And at this point you can see lights on the river.
Oh.
As Mora returns into the dome and settles on your shoulder as you sit, he says, "Well, it seems some sort of people are traveling down the river, playing music as they move."
Kind of.
People? Maybe minstrels? I did not take a closer look. They were coming this way, so I wanted to tell you before
Oh.
you get worried.
Well, I appreciate that, Mora. And I'm gonna just scratch his head. You know, behind his ears.
I doubt there's any worry about them.
It's just. Wonderful music. And I'm very tempted to play along, but if I play along, they'll probably know someone's over here.
Maybe that's not the best idea.
You know what? I will hum. Quietly.
Fucking creepy humming from the shore.
I will hum along quietly. Because sound can go through the dome.
As you quietly hum, the small barge of minstrels pass by, and you do see a couple heads sort of turn towards the shore for a while, but you're in complete darkness, so there's nothing to see there. The
True.
barge passes by, and as the sun rises, your watch ends.
Alright.
Morning comes on the 19th of Flame Rule.
Wake up, people!
Is that how Emma actually wakes us up?
No, I get Mora to go sit on Adrist's face. And poke Finn
What?
until he wakes up.
Oh, good morning, Emma.
Good morning. Come on, get up. Time to go. I feel much more rested.
So yeah, you quickly get up, get back in your saddles, and begin riding towards Silvery Moon. In the rising sun, as you ride towards the east, the sun shines down on you in a almost pinkish red color. And after another bend of the river, you see silvery moons, spiraling towers rise towards the horizon. The great walls of the city stand tall.
Oh. Yeah. Are here.
Yeah,
Or at
that-
least we can see it.
Lauren awakes. Well, probably not. He's probably tied to a bed, but no, the city awaits.
We head to the city.
You ride
Ah.
towards the moor gate, and you see a small queue of merchants, of travelers standing in line. It seems that the quarantine is still in effect.
Alright.
But as you reach the end of the line, end of the queue, a soldier spots you, and the commander rides towards you. He rears his horse back as you stop by, and addresses the all three of you.
Wait, is he about to say what cordially invited to the official wedding of the lady of the city and the young lord, Mr. and
And the
Mrs.
new king of Silvery Moon.
King
Alright.
Doran Silver Cheeks?
What does he say?
Exactly that. No. Lord Esgroyd, Lady Coriact, Mr. Flovin, it's a good
Aw,
thing
come on.
to have you back
Really?
in Silvery Moon.
Pleasure to see you
It's
as
a
well.
pleasure to be back.
It is an odd coincidence that you arrived this morning.
Why, did something
What do
happen?
you mean?
Yes, Lady Illustrial has sent word to all gates that if you arrived, you're to be escorted immediately to the palace.
Oh. Well,
Because she saw us coming.
That very well might be.
let's not
Although-
hesitate the immediately, then, I suppose.
Yes, please, allow me. She also said that there are many reasons to look out for you, but to let you know that the Cerberus is looking for you. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
The what?
Cerberus.
The fuck is
Yeah,
this?
no, but Hig, I'm asking you what the Cerberus is.
You know what?
Like, it's not Cerberus the dog, right?
No.
Yeah, it's like a
It's
person.
the
or something.
Cerberus. Oh, you know what? Emma, before we leave,
History?
give me a history check.
Come on, Nick Cage it, baby. No! Oh. Maybe?
Would you like to push your luck?
Yes!
All right.
You good?
Yeah. Reroll that history.
Nope.
Well,
It was on the tip of
find
my
out next
tongue.
week.
We find out next week.
God, it sounds so fucking familiar.
Cerberus is
Oh.
the three-headed dog from.
I know. I know that
Yeah,
much.
but the thing is, like, Cerberus is not a thing in the